Yeah, I mean, the three prevalent guys, DJ Foster, Jalen Strong, and then Kelly, the quarterback. I mean, everything goes through those guys. So they do a great job at number one, moving DJ Foster around, right? He's a good enough athlete as it is without moving around, and then moving him around. He's listed as a wide receiver, running back, and that's what he does, right? He's on the perimeter, he's in the backfield, he motions to the perimeter, he's on the perimeter, he motions to the backfield. So obviously, our awareness and our cover down and things like that are critical. And then once the play starts, I mean, it's just a football play, right? You got to read, run, and pass, and then go make plays. Ton of speed all over the field, you know, I mean, it'll just be again a great challenge for us. Probably, I'd say right at this point in time, it's probably the best offense that we've faced overall. They're solid across the board. O-line solid. Obviously the quarterback play is solid. Skill receivers. And then when they get tired of pounding it inside or giving it to DJ Foster and you're chasing him around, they just go one-on-one outside to Jalen Strong. So we got our hands full. There's no doubt about that.
What have been the biggest corrections that you guys have tried to make this week coming off of that Washington State?
Oh, you know, the biggest thing is, regardless of anything that happened in the game, you know, once again, it's the finish of the game. This past week, 11 minutes to go in the game, we still have the lead. The week before that, 12 minutes to go in the game, we had the lead. I don't know what the time was in the Utah game, but it was the same thing right at the end. You know, and we played, you know, superbly better against Utah. We gave up the 3 long runs. The 2 earlier ones could have helped us in the end. It didn't. So what? So you got to come down. We got to make a play at the end. So again, you know, we addressed it during the week. We've been addressing it all season about the finish, and it shows up on the stat sheet from a standpoint of points. You know, we're okay. You know, in the first quarter, some letdowns in the second quarter. We come out gangbusters in the third quarter. It's probably our best quarter from a standpoint of points. You know, and then the fourth quarter is right now is not a good quarter for us. You know, and it's just a matter of being able to close out, you know, and finish. And you know, we've tried a number of different things. You know, ways. Against different types of offenses as well. You know, you got Utah, who was, you know, they preferred to pound it at you. I think they were resigned to that fact because of things that we took away. Then you had Cal, who came in as a high-flying, you know, throwing the ball around the yard, but they had the ability to run. One place they hadn't run was on third down. All of a sudden they do that. We've got to be able to, you know, chase that a little bit. And then last week we knew, you know, going into the game that they were a good throwing team, and they were going to throw the ball 67 times, which they did. Our objective was to take away the deep ball. You know, unfortunately, I think it was maybe the first time, I mean, all season, we blew 3 coverages. One was a communication deal between 2 younger guys. Another one was a lack of focus. We didn't get lined up. And, you know, people ask, you know, well, you know, who's to blame of that? And I told everybody in the locker room at halftime the same thing I told people after the game. I said, hey, I'll take the bullet on that, but like I addressed our defense, I said, that's it though. I'm not taking any more bullets for that. And I ended up signaling the rest of the game, and it was their responsibility. Everybody to get the call. We did better than that. We did better with that. And but the outcome still obviously wasn't what it was. You know, the tackling deal has still been an issue for us. You know, we show up physical at the point of attack at times, and then other times, kind of like our overall play, we miss the inopportune tackles. And, you know, like I said, we wanted to take the deep ball away besides the deep coverages we did, but then the short stuff, you know, we weren't getting back to. We weren't getting off blocks and then finishing, you know, tackling on play. So, you know, it's more than one deal that we've got to address. The biggest thing that we're addressing is, you know, being able to finish and sustain, you know, for all 60 minutes or however long it's going to take. And then playmaking within the game, you know, aggressive playmaking and being in position when you need to be.
It would be really easy for guys to, you know, 4-game losing streak, to get down, to not say throw in the towel, but to get down on themselves. How has your group responded this week, just from, you know, the attitude, effort, all that intangible standpoint?
Well, you know, number one, if you're truly a competitor, you go out and compete, and the emotional part of it, everybody has to handle. But we can't worry what's going on in the past. It's like going into a game. People oftentimes they'll go to the schedule before the season even starts, or when it first comes out, and they put the W's and L's down. I mean, you get caught doing that, you're in a world of hurt. That's no respect for your opponent, and then for you as an approach, all of a sudden you've determined some type of expectation that's out there, and nothing ever comes out the way you think it's going to, whether it's good or whether it's bad. It always comes out different. So the best thing to do is go play and go compete and do your job each and every play. Get prepared during the week, and come Saturday, again, so all those phrases, don't even look at the scoreboard, just keep playing, because I think we've been a victim of that a little bit. We get going in the course of a game, maybe some things don't come out well early on, and all of a sudden we come back, and then something else happens. Well, you just have to stay with it, because that's where we are right now. In the fourth quarter, we have to stay with it and sustain, and then bring the thing home.
Mark, does anything have to do with veteran leadership guys in those fourth quarters to kind of take some accountability or responsibility?
Well, yeah, but again, even down to players, and athletic ability, let alone veteran leadership and all those type of things. This group is a team. We don't have any just standout guys, but when we play as a team, and I said that during 2 days when everybody's talking so much about the number of seniors we had, it's just that nobody just stands out. There's good players, they're solid, and we have to play as a team, and it's a good thing like that, because when you play as a team, you really get something going. And that's where we're building to. We're still trying to build to that, and again, sustaining that leadership, that playing ability throughout. The guys, the older guys, the Michael Doctors, the Zimmermans, the Murphys, the guys that have been in this program, Jabrell Johnson. He'll be back with us for the game. He hasn't practiced much this week, but those type of guys, Dylan Wynn, need to be very positive, and we've talked to them about that too. And again, it's tough on everybody, and how you handle it. But that's part of maturity. It's part of growing up.
From a pride and competitive standpoint, Mark, I mean, if people get caught up, fans or even players sometimes, and well, you're supposed to win this game, not supposed to win that. Having a great team that's right in the hunt for the national playoff and all of that, in terms of pride kicking in for your guys this weekend, what would you expect from your guys ready to take on a challenge?
Well, I mean, there's no doubt that the most important team that we have on that field this week is us, especially with where we're at right now. I mean, we need to take care of ourselves. They know who's coming in here. That's part of kind of the peaks and valleys. You know what I mean? We want to stay out of the peaks and valleys and just be supremely confident in the way we play and do our job and finish, when it's time to finish and all those type of things. But it's awesome that we get a chance to play in this conference against a team that's highly rated and all those type of things. But if we get too caught up in that, then I'd be hypocritical in saying, like you said about the W's and the L's, and you just go play, from week to week, and you know what to expect. You get ready for an offense and go execute your defense.
What do you expect? I mean, their offense has showed you what, and particularly in the film recently that you've seen from them.
I mean, like we were talking earlier, the running back, Foster, Strong, Kelly, those are just three guys that are just really good playmakers, good athletes. They've had a lot of success. This team has the most amount of, in our conference, 20-yard plus explosive plays, 40-yard explosive plays. Their immediate deals get something out there, national rankings, all that. So, they come at you with a lot of different sets, motions. It's all the same attack, but it just comes out different all the time. So, we've got to be on our game from that standpoint so we can go just play.